What's really good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Manji. I'm here today with my top 10 movies of 2017. I haven't seen everything, but here are my faves. Also, spoiler alert, for those who haven't seen all the movies on this list. At first, there wasn't a particular order, but then I was like, I might as well just rank them for ones I enjoyed the most, the ones I enjoyed the least, or least to worst. You'll see in the video. Alright, first up is Justice League. Justice League was not as good as I thought it could have been. That might be because of the reshoots or Superman CGI mustache, or Zack Snyder leaving production, due to family issues in the middle of production, and Josh Whedon happened to take over. But I had fun with the movie though. I loved Aquaman, Cyborg, and The Flash though. They were standout characters. Wonder Woman, of course, she's bae anyway. Steppenwolf, the villain guy, he was forgettable. Yeah, could have been better. Alright, number 9, Thor Ragnarok. Definitely the best Thor movie of the series for me, even though Natalie Portman wasn't in it. It's all good though, because Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, oh my gosh. Yes, Hulk and Thor's relationship was hilarious and awesome. It's kind of like they're brothers or something like that, Korg, the rock guy, he was the funniest dude that I've seen in a movie in a long time. It looked really good, like the characters and the art and everything. Overall, it was really fun and it was definitely worth the money. Now for number 8. It. I don't typically like horror movies. I never come out of the theater feeling satisfied like that was worth my $10 watching it. But man, I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun watching it. The scares were scary, of course. Gore doesn't turn me off or anything. The child actors were great. And the movie was hilarious. Like, one line that will live in infamy for me is, "This kid's leaking hamburger helper." Yo, I was dying laughing when I heard that line. Like, I was tripping in the theater. All my friends were looking at me like, what is wrong with this guy? Now for number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was better than the first one. And I liked the first one. It was pretty good. It wasn't the best Marvel movie ever. Like, I had people saying that to me for some reason. I didn't feel that way. But I really liked the visuals of the movie. It looked great. The colors and the special effects. The warp zone things were hilarious. I really like delving further into Star-Lord's character, what species he is, because he has like a lot of his life force is way higher than that of an average man. Now for number 6, War for the Planet of the Apes. Rest in peace, Caesar. This movie had the most feels out of all the Planet of the Apes movies. The family aspect, the enslavement, the biggest thing for me, I really loved what spurred the villain on to start his villainous run of whatever was the same thing that killed him. I was like, what? When I saw that part with the doll that infected that, man, I was dying. I think it was a great end to the trilogy, although I do miss James Franco. Number 5, Wonder Woman. First of all, Gal Gadot is bae. Oh, do you even understand? Nah, I don't think you do, but yes, she's bae. With that being said, that was definitely one of my favorite DC movies in recent years. And I'm a guy, I've enjoyed pretty much every DC movie that they've come out with. They haven't really hit me as much as the Marvel movies has, but I love Man of Steel. I enjoy Batman vs Superman. Like, they haven't really just failed to me. I don't see what the critics are saying, I really liked it. It was cool. I can't wait to see the next one. The villain, he was meh. It was fun to watch, but he just feel like I don't know, just could have picked another person from the comic books. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest villain ever. Can't wait for the next one though. Number 4, Logan. Logan is easily my all-time favorite X-Men movie. It had the right balance of action, fan service, and emotion. I even read the Old Man Logan graphic novel that the story was kind of loosely based on. I loved it that much. Daphne Keane, the young girl that played X-23, oh man, she killed it. She did great. Her action skills were great. Like, I don't know if they used a stunt double for a young kid like that, but bravo. I want them to make another X-Men movie. I would like her to be X-23, like if she keeps playing with this role. I love how Logan had to wrestle with his mortality. He had never felt that before. It was strangely satisfying to watch him struggle through things in ways that he hasn't had to deal with and triumph. He's never really been hurt to the point where he couldn't do what he does, I was really torn about the ending. I low-key shed a tear when my man Logan died. It was a fitting and effective way for Hugh Jackman to part ways with the character Wolverine, my favorite X-Men. So, I really like this movie. Number 3, Spiderman Homecoming. Man, look, this was my favorite Star Wars film in the entire franchise. Tom Holland portrayed Peter Parker better than anyone ever has. No offense to Tobey Maguire, and I ain't even worried about Andrew Garfield, sorry dude. I love the high school setting, and I loved how he's really just getting to know his ability. I like the villain, like he was a guy that really wanted to provide for his family and he found a way to do it, and it might have been a little questionable, but he just had to put food on the table for him, you know, and I can respect that, I can get with that. This is definitely one of my top Marvel movies. Number 2, Get Out. Jordan Peele is a genius. He captured many of the things that we think about, in life and relationships in a way that like everyone can understand. The performances brought by each actor were great. Daniel Kaluuya, I liked him a lot. He did well. Lil Rel, he was hilarious, like great comic relief. What was Rose doing? She was literally eating Fruit Loops like chips and then like taking sips of milk. Who does that? You can tell she was psychotic by just that anyway. If you couldn't, yeah, geez. Also, I don't agree with Get Out being classified as a comedy, but I think the Golden Globe, I mean, it was hella funny, but I mean, yeah, honorable mentions. They were really close to making the list, but they didn't quite cut it. Number 1, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Now, this opinion is coming from like a complete Star Wars fan, like completely. I really loved The Force Awakens, and I saw it 4 times in theaters. I like The Last Jedi better than The Force Awakens. Yes, there's so much to unpack in this movie, and I don't want to just make a whole essay about it, but I'm just gonna give you some bullet points. I could honestly feel the tension of what the rebels were going through the entire time that their ship was literally just sprinting as hard as it could away from that fleet. I was like, please find a way to get away. The casino arc, it was cool. I liked how Finn and Rose gained figured out their relationship, and Finn, he committed to the resistance. He was all about, you know, saving Rey. Like, look, man, I'm not trying to be with any of these guys. I left the First Order because no, and then I'm just trying to get my girl Rey, and we're gonna be friends and be out, all right? But he committed, and he's like, hey, I'm here for the cause now. I'm here to stay, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Rose, she was awesome. She was funny. She was cute, and rest in peace, Paige. You started everything. They couldn't have done it without you. Now for Rey, I mean Bae, aka Rey. I could feel Rey's emotions when she realized Luke wasn't who she thought he would be, you know? She gets there and she wanted the legend that Luke was. I mean, but that's all it kind of turned out to be for her, a legend. I loved Rey's affinity for the Force and her bravery and curiosity when it came to the dark side. She kind of flirted with it, and she honestly just dove right in to see what it had to offer. She was unwavering in her dedication to the light side. That was really strong. And then Kylo Ren and Rey's relationship was cool. They were so far apart, but they were like together at the same time. Their connection through the Force. The standout scene for me was Vice Admiral Holdo sacrificing herself to help save the Resistance fleet escapees. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace to Vice Admiral Holdo. Even though at the beginning I didn't like her, but then I liked her a lot. She literally jumped to light speed straight through the Dreadnought. I was tripping. Oh, I literally jumped out of my seat. It was amazing. It looked amazing, and I was like, yes. I can't see how they're gonna top this or measure up to The Last Jedi. Like, I have no clue, but I am ready to see what's in store. All right, that was my top 10 movies of 2017. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Comment on which movies that you think should have been on my list, movies that you think shouldn't have been on my list, and yeah, so peace.